Hey, my name is Denise Walsh and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to talk about the 5 things that confident people simply don't do, or at least it's not in their habit. Like if they do it, it's kind of random and it's not who they are. It's not a habitual thing that they do, which means the opposite, right? That if these 5 things are things that confident people don't do, then the opposite is true. These are 5 things that insecure people may do quite often. So if you're new here, welcome. My name is Denise Walsh. I am a transformational trainer and I love to help people grow. And I spent years as a clinical psychologist turned business coach. And I love to help people take what's the dream in their heart and see it into fruition. In fact, that's what my books behind me are all about. But today we are going to talk about confidence. Now remember, confidence is kind of like a continuum. We've got confidence on one side, insecurity on the other. You could feel confident in some areas of your life and maybe insecure in others. And so this is not a one size fits all either or. This is a continuum. We are all learning. We are all growing. But what you'll find is that the more confident you get, the less you do these things. Let's dive in. All right, so the first thing that confident people do not do is have the habit of talking about people behind their back. Seriously. Have you noticed that insecure people are maybe more gossipers? They're talking about people behind their back. They're looking for the negative in everybody. They're playing the comparison game and judging what other people are doing around them. The more confident you become, the less you have a need to do that because you're pretty focused on yourself, your own goals, your own stuff, your own learnings, and you're less focused on what everybody else is doing. So the first thing that confident people don't do is gossip, judge, compare, have their eyes on everyone else. The second thing that confident people just don't really do is speak more than they listen. Now, have you ever been in those conversations where somebody just talks and talks and talks and talks and really never asks you any questions? Confident people know to ask questions. Confident people know to seek how they can be of service to others. So they're asking questions, they're finding common ground, and they're adding value there. Insecure people may talk more than they need to because instead of having a conversation, they feel like they need to overcompensate for being insecure. So then they talk, and we don't even really know if what they're talking about is actually helpful to the person who they're talking to. So confident speakers or confident people ask questions more than they speak. The third thing that confident people just simply don't do is be wishy-washy. Yeah, you've heard me talk about this before, but confident people decide and take action. There may be a bit of like pros and cons and what's the best situation, but they don't spend a ton of time, like weeks, trying to decide something. They're not thinking about pros and cons of every situation. They're not wondering, they're not anxiety provoking. They are just making decisions. They're not wishy-washy. They decide and take action and learn as they go. Insecure people are afraid to take the wrong action, and because of that, they weigh things a lot. Like they're thinking about it, they're mulling it over, and that brings anxiety up rather than making a decision and moving forward. The fourth thing that confident people don't do is they don't need to be right. Again, you think about the person who talks, and the ego gets in front of them and they have to show people how awesome they are. And they're talking about all of their accomplishments and they pretty much are unable to hear other people's points of view. Confident people know that your opinion is simply that, your opinion, and your opinion may be different than mine, but that doesn't make either of us right or wrong or good or bad. And so confident people are more secure in themselves and are able to hear other people's opinions, so they don't need to be right. The fifth thing that confident people simply don't do is give up when life happens or when roadblocks come in their way. What you'll find is that confident people know that this is a journey. Confident people know where they're going and they expect some of these roadblocks to come, and so they don't let them derail them towards their goal as much as maybe somebody else does. Now don't get me wrong, life can happen to any of us and we can all be derailed, but a confident person can get back on the horse much more quickly and keep moving forward. So I know that this is a continuum, so the question I have for you is, how confident are you, and is there an area that you can grow? If you have not yet subscribed, please do so and hit that notification bell as well as the thumbs up. I'm hearing that really helps the YouTube algorithm. And I'd love to hear in the comments below, was there one that you notice you do more than others, or maybe there's one that you notice you don't do at all, which means you are a confident person. If you can think of anything else that kind of is a sign that people are confident, post that in the comments below as well. And if you haven't yet, download the Dream Life Action Planner. This is my favorite time management tool. You know, one of the barriers I hear all the time is that people say, I am too busy to make a change. And that tells me that they're just don't have their priorities in check, right? Like we gotta really take a look at this. And so the Dream Life Action Planner allows you to do so. You can go to denisewalsh.com/action, as well as check out my podcast, Dreamcast, which is full of amazing stories of people who decided what they want and went for it, even when they were scared. Have an amazing day, you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.